You have built a bridge. Are you ready to walk on it? This is the theme of today's episode, and thank you for joining me. I have a message for our heart-centered, impact-making women and moms who join us in this community and Rising Within. So welcome, and I can't wait to read it to you. It's all about if you have been building some bridges in your life, if you have been connecting people maybe to themselves, maybe people to other people, maybe a bridge between ideas and worlds, what are we ready to walk on? Is it solid? Does it feel like we are ready to actually walk on your creation? That is the question for today. And so really, I'm just looking down at my notes here for a second. There's so many of us who have been doing the work that I have been holding the guide for holding up. There's so many of us who have been doing this work. There's so many of us who have been doing it on our own in conjunction with other people. There are droves and droves of people who are awakening spiritually and then guiding the way for other people to start to heal themselves and wake up. And so who is that? Those are our people who are going out here and they are serving in the community as breathwork facilitators, as meditation guides, as energetic healers, as nurses, as doctors, as nurse practitioners and PAs and occupational therapists in the medical community. There are so many people beyond that, our social workers, our teachers, like all of us are doing our thing in our own way. A lot of us are holding healing space for one another. And sometimes that's just in a conversation that you're having with your coworker. Sometimes that's when you're calling your friend. Sometimes that's when you're sitting and you're able to have a text conversation back and forth with your friend who lives in another state. Sometimes our healing work looks really intensive and certified and all of this. And sometimes it's just our regular life. So there are so many roles that we have had as the people who are coming forward first and holding the light and holding the way of healing and having kind of the stepping stones to show other people too how to have a higher path, how to just excavate that stuff that's within you, because there is so much of it. There's so much inner work that people are doing. And so the healers, the people who are just talking about healing, who are giving suggestions, there are such big names that are emerging, that have emerged and done so much in social media and in really big ways. And then there's people that are just living their life in their normal day-to-day who are holders of conversations, holders of space, huggers, text messengers who send loving thoughts. And like all of these things count. All of these things matter. And this is really kind of just, the message is centered in on the fact that we have done a lot of work and that there's been a lot of work to be done because humanity as a whole has really needed a lot more love infused into it, and that we, despite how things look on the outside, are needing to really understand that that love is expanding and growing and shooting into the stars, really doing its own path and like connecting so many people. But it's also served as a mirror into a lot of darkness. And that when we're in these times, we have to focus on the light. And so if you're a person who does feel like they just are in this healing part of their life, that they are holding space for others, that you are excavating through things and doing inner work, please join us in our community. We talk about these things. If you feel like you're awakening spiritually and spiritual gifts are coming online, we talk about these things. And so please join us. Link is below. If you feel like you would like to just be regulated into a regulated space within yourself to begin any of these processes, to begin a healing journey, we have a quiz that is all about how to begin that just for you. It's centering in on what would work for you first. What is your personalized regulation style? And go ahead and check that out if you want to get started. And I'm going to go ahead and read this message for you, which was a really good one. Okay, I'm going to read this message for you, which was a really good one. The tides are turning, builder of bridges. You are making inroads as you go, brick by brick, piece by piece. You are not only making your own road, you are leading others, knowingly or not. Your essence fills spaces people are drawn to. Your calm regulation allows true transformation to take place. Such a contrast to the chaos of the world, it feels like a cool bath after a hot day, soothing and meant to bring the temperature down to a comfortable place. Why do we need such spaces now more than ever? As the eyes of the whole world extend from sea to sea and the overwhelm and overwork of the nerves and the heart. It is now that taking special care of the heart and the seat of our consciousness will mend the rips torn between us. And so use what you know to help others and to mend the tears within them. Like a healing salve to the soul and a tonic for the heart, we have been through much without genuine and intentional repair. We have to learn the skills of special care of the soul again. We have to relearn the path that leads back to the healing gardens, the willowed wood, and the places that bring peace to our hearts within. So light the way, if you remember. There will be many coming behind you. It is time. Oh, I have chills. Yeah, let that sink in for a second there. Because this is really, it's really deep, this message. And it's really speaking into the heart of that we have been through a lot as a collective of people. And that there are sections and places of people who have served as these reservoirs for people to come to. And like I said, as big and grand as giant social media platforms and as small as just day-to-day conversations, that somewhere, somehow, there have been these little spaces where people are able to come and just feel regulated, feel connected, feel like they're being heard and listened to and work through some of those things. But it's really also pointing out that this is a lost art and that these areas are meant to be bigger, and a community of people that has gone through so much is meant to be able to come back into regulation with itself and understand that it's meant to do that. So individually, if you are having a crazy day, then understanding that you have to get yourself back into regulation, and having that skill is a lost skill. Having a place to go is something not everyone has, but that we are meant to be building these centers of understanding, teaching, educating. And so one of the spaces for me is our community space. Our community space and what will be our membership will be a place where there is education and understanding so that you literally can regulate your nervous system and then understand how to apply multiple different skills so that you can regulate yourself and come back into center when things are out of sorts, out of alignment, feeling dysregulated. We want to be able to come back into your center as often as you need to, as many times as you need to, and to purposefully and intentionally cultivate that skill so that you come right back to it when you need to. This isn't how we've been operating. We have been taking hit after hit after hit globally, truly globally, and that we are not meant to continue with that pattern, that we are meant to look and right the path, that we are meant to find our way back into a place where we can come back into our center, feel calm again, feel regulated again, and that this is missing. And so one of the things that it says is learning the skill, we have to learn the skills of special care of the soul again. We have to relearn the paths that lead back to the healing gardens and the places that bring peace within our hearts. And that for me, seeing energetically these spaces, it's always a space with deep connection, with deep understanding of the people that you're surrounded by. These places are slowly growing. This is what is meant for the Rising Within community. This is what's meant for Regulation Sanctuary. Like we are, doing our call every month. This is what this is. And having an understanding that these places exist and that we are able to access them and that we are able to come and have a place where we know we are seen, that we are understood, that we have other people that are doing the same thing and understanding each other and connecting, feeling seen, validated, and connecting. This is what the crux of that is. This is what the basis of that is. And so if you would like to join our community, make sure to join the link below, and finding your own profile for your own starting point for regulation is in our quiz. So go ahead and check that out if you would like to be able to start on that journey for yourself. And otherwise, sit with this message. I think that it has a lot of wisdom. I'm just looking back to it again. And I think that the primary message here is making sure that we are all understanding that we are not meant to just keep going and going and going and going, no matter how much the hits keep coming, that we have to find a way to come back into ourselves. And so I will leave that with you. And I will also, just like always, say that I hope you find beauty in something small today, and I will catch you on the next one.